Welcome to Ludical Connections, where we explore all aspects of relationships, personal growth, and emotional well-being. Today, we're diving into a topic that most of us have experienced at some point in our lives: relationship insecurities. Whether you've been in a relationship for a few weeks or several years, insecurities can arise and challenge even the strongest of connections. These insecurities might stem from past experiences, personal fears, or feelings of inadequacy. But the good news is that insecurities are something you can work through, both individually and as a couple. In this video, we'll talk about the common sources of insecurities in relationships, how they manifest, and practical ways to overcome them to build stronger, healthier connections. Let's start by exploring what relationship insecurities are. At their core, insecurities are feelings of uncertainty or self-doubt that make us question our worth, desirability, or the stability of our relationship. Insecurities can stem from a variety of sources. Some people experience insecurity because of past relationship trauma. Perhaps they've been betrayed, cheated on, or abandoned in the past, leaving emotional scars that resurface in their current relationship. Others may have grown up with a fear of rejection or a lack of self-worth, which carries over into their adult relationships. Even those in healthy, stable relationships can feel insecure due to external pressures, societal expectations, or comparisons to others. The key thing to remember is that insecurities are normal, but how we deal with them is what makes the difference. One of the most common ways relationship insecurities manifest is through jealousy. Whether it's jealousy over a partner's interactions with someone else, or feeling threatened by their past relationships, jealousy can be a powerful and often destructive emotion. If left unchecked, jealousy can erode trust and cause unnecessary conflict. The first step in navigating jealousy is to recognize it for what it is: an emotion rooted in fear. Fear that you're not enough, that your partner will find someone better, or that you'll be replaced. Instead of reacting out of jealousy, it's important to take a step back and ask yourself, what is this fear really about? Often the fear is not about the other person, but about our own insecurities and feelings of inadequacy. Acknowledging and addressing these fears is the first step toward managing jealousy and building trust. Another way insecurities show up in relationships is through constant reassurance seeking. People who feel insecure in their relationships might constantly seek validation from their partners, asking questions like, "Do you still love me?" Or "Are you attracted to me?" While it's natural to want reassurance from time to time, constantly needing validation can place undue pressure on the relationship and leave your partner feeling overwhelmed. It's important to recognize that while your partner can offer support and reassurance, they can't fix your insecurities. Overcoming insecurity is an internal process that requires self-reflection, self-compassion, and personal growth. It's essential to take responsibility for your own emotional well-being, rather than relying solely on your partner to soothe your insecurities. A major contributing factor to relationship insecurity is comparison. In today's world of social media, it's easier than ever to compare your relationship to others. You see perfectly curated images of happy couples, romantic getaways, and picture-perfect moments, which can make you question whether your own relationship measures up. The problem with comparison is that it's rarely based on reality. Social media often showcases the highlights of people's lives, not the full picture. Every relationship has its ups and downs, and it's important to remember that no relationship is perfect. Instead of comparing your relationship to others, focus on what makes your connection unique. What strengths do you and your partner bring to the relationship? What moments of joy and growth have you experienced together? By shifting your focus away from comparison and toward gratitude, you can start to appreciate your relationship for what it is, rather than what you think it should be. Communication is one of the most effective tools for navigating relationship insecurities. When we feel insecure, it's easy to bottle up our feelings out of fear of being judged or rejected. However, avoiding these conversations can lead to misunderstandings and emotional distance. It's important to communicate your feelings openly and honestly with your partner. Instead of accusing or blaming, focus on expressing how you feel and why. For example, instead of saying, "You're always flirting with other people," you might say, "I feel insecure when I see you interacting closely with others, and I'd like to talk about how we can work through that." This approach fosters empathy and understanding rather than defensiveness. When both partners are willing to communicate openly, it creates a safe space for discussing insecurities and working through them together. Another critical component of overcoming relationship insecurities is building self-esteem and self-worth. Often, insecurities in relationships are rooted in a lack of confidence or self-acceptance. When we don't feel good about ourselves, we're more likely to project those feelings onto the relationship. For example, if you feel unattractive or unworthy of love, you might start questioning why your partner is with you or fear that they'll eventually leave. Building self-esteem is an ongoing process that involves developing a positive self-image, recognizing your strengths, and practicing self-compassion. Engage in activities that make you feel confident and fulfilled, whether that's pursuing a hobby, setting personal goals, or spending time with supportive friends and family. The more you invest in yourself, the less likely you'll be to seek validation from external sources, including your relationship. It's also important to address past relationship wounds. Many insecurities are rooted in past experiences that haven't been fully processed or healed. If you've been hurt in a previous relationship, those wounds can carry over into your current one, causing you to feel anxious, untrusting, or fearful of being hurt again. Healing from past relationships requires time, reflection, and, in some cases, professional help. Consider working with a therapist or counselor to explore and heal these past wounds. By addressing the root cause of your insecurities, you can prevent them from negatively impacting your current relationship and create a healthier foundation for the future. Another key to overcoming insecurities is to set healthy boundaries in your relationship. Boundaries are essential for maintaining emotional well-being and preventing insecurities from spiraling out of control. For example, if you feel insecure about your partner's social interactions with others, it's okay to set boundaries around what feels comfortable for you. However, it's important to set boundaries from a place of self-respect, not control. Boundaries should be about protecting your emotional well-being, not restricting your partner's behavior. Have an open conversation with your partner about your boundaries and make sure they're mutually agreed upon. Healthy boundaries can provide a sense of security and trust, allowing both partners to feel safe and respected in the relationship. Insecurities can also arise from unrealistic expectations. Many of us enter relationships with a set of expectations about how things should be, whether that's how much time we spend together, how we express love, or how we handle conflicts. When reality doesn't match those expectations, it can create feelings of disappointment and insecurity. The key to navigating this is to manage your expectations and recognize that no relationship is perfect. Every couple has their own dynamic, and what works for one couple may not work for another. Instead of focusing on how things should be, focus on what works for you and your partner. Be willing to adjust your expectations and embrace the unique qualities of your relationship. Lastly, it's important to remember that insecurities don't define you or your relationship. Everyone has insecurities. It's part of being human. What matters is how you handle them. By acknowledging your insecurities, communicating openly with your partner, and working on building self-esteem, you can navigate these challenges and grow stronger as a couple. Insecurities don't have to be a source of shame or conflict. In fact, working through insecurities together can deepen your emotional connection and foster greater trust and intimacy. In conclusion, relationship insecurities are a common challenge, but they don't have to derail your relationship. By addressing the root causes of insecurity, practicing open communication, and building self-worth, you can navigate these challenges and create a more secure, trusting, and fulfilling relationship. Thank you for watching Ludical Connections, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit from learning how to navigate relationship insecurities. Stay tuned for more content on relationships, personal growth, and emotional well-being.